Right, so we are ready to start now. And as always, the first 5 minutes I will check if everything is working and if the notifications that the stream started were sent on Telegram, on Facebook, on Twitter. Because sometimes, sometimes there are the problems with that and the announcements do not send, and I don't know why it happens, but unfortunately it happens sometimes. And today I decided to cover London session opening with you. The thing is that this week is quite heavy on fundamentals, and the New York session today is quite full on high impact news, and same thing is tomorrow and on Thursday and Friday. And I guess the today's London session is one of the best periods to do the live stream ahead of high impact news, ahead of volatility, ahead of directional movements and impulses. So here we are, and preparing for today's live stream, I found some setups that we will cover on today's session. We will discuss swing trading today. There are a couple of swing trading setups that I will share. Also, we are going to discuss some day trading. We are going to discuss liquidity grab trading and liquidity swap. We will discuss how to trade change of character. We will cover some breakout trading. And of course, we will analyze a lot of different charts. We will go through a lot of different instruments in my watch list, and I hope that you will enjoy today's live stream. So, was preparing for the live stream, I was reading the comments from the previous one, and more traders are asking to provide more examples of trading SMC, of trading ICT concepts. So, as I promised, I'm trying to focus more on that with the constantly growing interest in that subject. Yes, I will try to do my best to share real examples of the application of this strategies, of this techniques. So I hope that you will learn something new during this live stream. So let's just remember that during our live sessions, we have a live chat, and I will constantly monitor and read a live chat during the live stream. And in a live chat, feel free to ask questions. Feel free to ask if something is not clear in my analysis during the live stream. I will use a lot of different terms. I will use a lot of different things. I will use multiple different strategies. And of course, if you are a beginner, some things might be complex, some things might be quite difficult for understanding. If so, don't be shy and ask questions. We have a very simple rule for this live streams. I'm doing this live streams for 3 years already, even 4 years, I think, 4 years. And I never finish live streams before I answer all your questions. Say hello in the live chat, say good morning, good day, or good evening, depending on your time zone and the place you are living in, and just show me your presence. Yes, say hi and show me that you are ready for another live session. And hello, Ikram, first here. Nice to see you. And Ikram, one of the members that I see on almost all the live streams. And checking the YouTube statistics, I noticed that almost half all of the viewers on the live streams are the recurrent viewers, so those who watch my streams regularly. And it just means that these people find some value in my live streams, and I truly appreciate that. Same thing with Fanizi, by the way. I see Fanizi a lot on my live streams, like Sibia. Yes, and I truly appreciate, guys, that you're here, that you show your presence in the live chat. And Tikram says, I don't receive notification. Yes, man, I don't know why it happens sometimes. Sometimes YouTube or Telegram or Twitter just don't send the notifications. I don't know why. And it's really annoying, you know. Nice to see Dubai City. Yes, even Dubai, which is my live streams. Nice to see Saeed. Nice to see Minky Gamer. Nice to see Chicks. Nice to see Christina. Nice to see Noah. Marco here. Edie. Jay and Mac. Daniel. Ramiz, nice to see you. Доброе утро. Yes, nice to see you, Daniel. Thank you for your participation. So, thinking about what to start our today's live stream, I think we will warm up discussing some breakout cheating. I think that will be the first thing that we will cover. We will discuss dollar CAD pair. We will discuss a very nice breakout that is spotted there, and we will discuss how to treat this breakout and how to use multiple time frame analysis for confirming breakouts, avoiding the traps, and there's a very nice example here. By the way, if you're here the first time, the strategy that I use is called multiple time frame analysis trading strategy. It is the strategy that is based on the analysis of multiple time frames, and we use higher time frames for making analysis, predictions, and we use lower time frames for confirmation of our predictions. And during this live streams, I am showing how I use that strategy live, how I use that for analysis, for analyzing Forex, gold, indexes, crypto sometimes. So the strategy that I use works perfectly on different markets, and while I do the streams, we usually cover a lot of different markets, and I use the same way of analysis of these different markets, the top-down analysis method. Nice to see Ali. Nice to see Yvonne here. Nice to see Joy. Nice to see you. Nice to see Abu. Nice to see Buran. Thank you for joining today's live stream. So let's start with dollar CAD pair. On the dollar CAD pair, the first time frame that we'll analyze will be a daily time frame. And by the way, remember that if you do not understand what instrument and what time frame I analyze in the middle of the screen, you will find a watermark with the trading instrument and the time frame that I analyze. So you will find the instrument and the time frame here. Also, it is available right here. If you get lost, check the middle of the screen or the top left corner. So the first thing that we do analyzing a daily time frame, we should understand what is the current direction of the market, where the market is going, what is the current sentiment, what is the current bias. And one of the best solutions to understand where the market is going now is to, of course, use structure mapping to map significant highs and lows, and with that identify the market trend and identify where the market is going. So what is happening on the dollar CAD pair now? We can see that since the market reached that low right here, the market established a bullish trend. Why? Because you can see that over time, what happened with the pair? The pair was updating and keeps updating higher highs and higher lows. Look, you can see, analyzing a price action, we can spot that with time, the market keeps updating higher highs. These are our new higher highs. And at the same time, we can see that the pair regularly updates higher lows. Yes, that is how we map this structure. That is how we map significant highs. And with that, we analyze the trend. With that, we objectively confirm that the trend is bullish. Then what we can see is that just recently the market updated the high. Just recently we set a new higher high, higher close right here, violating our previous high. It is a very important event. Such an event is called break of structure. The violation of a previous high in an uptrend is a significant event that means that uptrend continues, that the bullish trend is strong, and the fact that the market managed to update the high, set a new higher high, higher close, suggests that the market will keep growing, the market will grow more, and with a high probability the market will continue rising to the next strong historic structure, to the next strong liquidity zone. So after a break of structure, we need to try to predict where can be the next strong resistance, where is our next strong historic structure. We analyze the historic price action, we'll look left, and we look for the closest strong historic structure. And we can easily spot that. You can see that over here we have a very important structure. We have a very important supply zone that the market respected multiple times in the past. It's a very important zone, and we can make a prediction that after this break of structure, after a completion of this pullback, the market will continue rising and we will reach that resistance. So that is going to be the next goal for the buyers. So that is the first part of our analysis. Yes, we analyze the trend and we make a prediction where the market will go. What is the goal for the buyers? The next thing that we will need to do, we will need to find significant demand zones, significant supports from where, with the high probability, the next bullish movement will follow. And how we do that? We analyze the historic price action and we analyze the zones, the areas, the levels that the market respected in the recent past, and we assume that in the future these zones will keep being significant, and from these zones levels the market will go up. And our first zone is obviously based on our previous high. Yes, that was our historic resistance. It was violated, and we assume that after a breakout it turned into a strong support, and that will be the first significant zone on focus. Another one is going to be right here. We have another strong structure, another strong support right here, and if the price does not respect that zone, we will look for buying from that zone. So the main problem with the structure analysis, the main problem with the analysis of significant supports and resistances is that there is no guarantee that the key support or resistance that you spotted will be respected. There are the times when the market neglects all the structures and we never know what support, what resistance will be respected. For that reason, for that exact reason, we will be using multiple time frame analysis. With the multiple time frame analysis, we will analyze the reaction of the price to significant structures that we spotted on a daily time frame. After we see a test of a significant structure, we assume that the price will grow from that. But before opening a long position, before buying the market, we will look for confirmation of our predictions. So you can see that the price is now testing our first strong support. We assume that it can be a significant support. We assume that the market may bounce from that, and we will look for confirmation of our predictions on lower time frames. The first intraday time frame that we will use for confirmation is a 4-hour time frame. 4-hour time frame is a very important intraday time frame that shows significant intraday structures that can help you to accurately identify intraday trend, and that can be perfectly used for confirming completion of corrections, completion of retracements, and start of new impulses. Analyzing a price action on a 4-hour time frame, what we need to understand is that after the market updated the high, after our break of structure that we spotted on a daily time frame, the market became overbought and the market started to correct. Yes, that is our current correctional movement. And what is so important about that correctional movement? With this correctional movement, the market established a minor bearish trend. Why? Again, with structure mapping, we can easily spot that with this correctional movement, we see a sequence of lower highs and lower lows. So with this bearish price action, locally, the market keeps updating the lows. That is a clear sign of a bearish trend. That is what we use to confirm a bearish trend. So in order to buy, we need that trend, we need that bearish trend to be violated. We need the market to violate that bearish trend and establish a new bullish trend. And with the current structure, how can we predict that the market completed a correction? What can we use right here to confirm a completion of this correction? In this minor bearish trend, one of the most important levels and the zones is the level based on the last lower high. Yes, here is our, let me show you, here's our last lower high. Here it goes. And the level of the last lower high composes a very significant zone. That will be in SMC, that is called the order block zone. In classic price action trading, it is just a significant resistance. The main thing is that till the market stays below that area, according to the rules, the trend, this minor trend, remains bearish. But what happens if the price violates that structure? If the market violates that structure, if we close above that structure, it will be a very significant event that will be called a change of character. It will be an event that will signify a violation of this minor bearish trend, and it will confirm a start of a new intraday bullish trend and a highly probable, yes, resumption of this global bullish trend that we spotted on the daily. So the confirmation that we will rely on will be a breakout of that yellow structure. After that, it will be, by the way, that breakout will be more than enough to confirm that the price will go up. And after that, we can execute our trade. We can go long, we can buy, and we can expect growth. And how are we going to execute our trade? After violation of that yellow structure, after a confirmed change of character, we can go long. After a pullback, we can buy on a retest of that broken structure. We will aim at our daily structure, at the resistance that we spotted on a daily time frame. And we can set a safe stop loss below current lows. So our plan will look like that. Buying from here, we will aim at that structure and we will set our stop loss below the lows. That is going to be our complete trading plan for buying dollar CAD pair. Let's summarize that. On the daily time frame, we spotted a bullish trend. We spotted that the pair is trading in uptrend. In this uptrend, last week, the market formed the market violated previous high, set a new higher high, higher close, and we have a confirmed break of structure. After a confirmed break of structure, the market started to correct, and we see a retest of a recently broken structure. We made a prediction that from that broken structure, with high probability, the market will rise, and the price will reach that significant historic daily resistance. And then we started to discuss what can be a confirmation, what can be a signal for us to buy. We started analyzing a 4-hour time frame, and on the 4-hour time frame, we spotted a minor intraday bearish trend. And we discussed that the confirmed change of character, confirmed violation of this minor bearish trend will be more than enough for us to confirm a sign of strength of the buyers, to confirm a completion of a correction, and to confirm a resumption of a global bullish trend. So that is going to be our swing trading idea for trading dollar CAD. Let me know, traders, if you have any questions. Let me know if everything is clear in this trading plan. Let me know. What else to analyze for you. Yes. Hey, Russell, thank you for joining today's session. Yusuf here, SSM here. Thank you for joining. Puria here. Thank you. Kaguda, I can see. Kaguda, I hope that you see now. I hope that you fixed the issues and you see the picture now, and you see the plan that I provided for dollar CAD pair. Nair says, your trades are mostly accurate, and I appreciate that. Apart from SMC and multiple time frame charts, do you use any other indicators? You know, honestly, I'm not an indicator guy, and I use indicators, but very rarely. My best tool is the naked price chart, and I'm trying to focus on candlesticks, on chart patterns, on support and resistance analysis, and I use the indicators in very rare instances. I truly believe that if you want to master trading, if you want to master retail trading, the first thing that you should understand is naked price chart analysis, and with indicators then you can just improve your strategy just a bit, but definitely indicators will not do the job for you. You need to do your analysis by your own, yes, without the indicators, and then use indicators as the extra confirmation. That is my take. Yes. Daniel says, what is the best time frame to use? You know, it really depends on your goals. So, of course, for example, if you are a swing trader, most likely a 5 minutes time frame will be completely irrelevant for you, because with swing trading, we are trying to predict mid-term and sometimes even long-term price movements, and the signals that you see on the 5 minutes time frame will be completely irrelevant. So there's no one single best time frame. Yes, it really depends on your trading style. But I truly believe that no matter whether you are day trader, scalper, swing trader, or position trader, the investor, still daily time frame is going to be the most important time frame for analysis. I guess that is one of the rare time frames that is important for a trader of any style, because daily time frame can help you to spot significant structures, significant supports and resistances, significant historic levels. It will help you to accurately analyze the market sentiment, the market trend. So no matter what is your trading style, always analyze a daily time frame, and then depending on your trading style, rely on a time frame that fits, yes, your style. If you're a scalper, focus on minutes time frames, 5 minutes, 15 minutes. If you're a day trader, it's probably 30 minutes hourly time frame. If you are a swing trader, then hourly time frame, 4-hour time frame. So on my YouTube channel, by the way, I have a lot of videos about time frames selection, so you can search like Vasily Trader time frame and you will see my videos about best time frames for scalping, best time frames for swing trading, best time frames for day trading. I guess it is going to be very useful. Yes. Edie says, once the 4-hour candle breaks the golden zone, we wait for retest, right? Yes. Edie, I'm a retest guy. I try trading strictly on retests. And by the way, on my YouTube channel, I even recorded a video why to trade on retests. So you can search Vasily Trader retest and you will see the reasons why, in my view, retest trading is way better than aggressive spot entries. Yes, so please check that. Puria says, Mr. Vasily, could you show us some continuation zones? Rally B's rally or drop B's drop? I think I don't know. What do you mean by rally B's rally, drop B's drop? I will check that, by the way, after the live stream. Yes, and I guess that is the concept. I guess I know what it is, but you know, the main problem with cheating now is that it is now like very common to take old things, old good things, and assign new fancy names to that. For example, it is strange now. It is you know, it is weird to see that, for example, this bearish candle right here is a bearish engulfing candle. It is more fancy to see that it is a bearish imbalance candle, that it is the fair value gap candle, while in fact it is the same. So the Forex trading is now changing the dictionary, and old but good terms start changing their names. And yeah, probably, yeah, rally B is rally, drop B is drop is one of the examples of how old things now are called differently. Are you using COT report, says Burua? No, I don't use. And then Nair says, should we wait for a retest even on 1 hour time frame? Yes. No matter what time frame I use for confirmation, entries, and analysis, the retest is important on any time frame. So if my plan, for example, is to wait for entry signal on an hourly time frame, then I will wait for a retest on an hourly time frame. This plan here is on a 4-hour time frame, so I will wait for a retest here on a 4-hour time frame. I hope it is clear. How to know a valid lower high? Valid lower high, yes, is that's, by the way, what you built with experience. So one of the things that is very hard to explain in structure mapping is how exactly you map significant price movements. Yes, so, and to map a valid lower high, make sure that a bearish movement from that is, I guess, you know, is a bearish movement that starts from that lower high reaches a current low. If you see a test of that, if you see an equal low, it is already more than enough to confirm a valid lower high. And if a bearish movement that starts from the level of the lower high goes below a current low and the market sets a new lower low, lower close, that is even more accurate way to confirm a lower high. I guess on today's live stream we will cover that more. We will see more examples of that. So I see, by the way, some questions about a dollar yen pair, there's a very similar plan there to trade. So we will do structure mapping there again, and we will discuss more examples how to spot valid lower high, valid higher low. Yes. And by the way, again, on my YouTube channel, there are videos about structure mapping. So you can again search facilitator structure mapping, and you will see some lessons that I provided on that subject. Yeah. H and Y says, hi, are you not paying attention to newly created 4-hour time frame ranges? If you mean this ranges right here, you know, this range so far is too weak. Yes, it is just the sequence of 4 candles. It is very weak. We see a consolidation sideways movement right here. So for now, I'm not paying attention to that. Yes, if we see more candles right here and we will keep coiling in such manner, then yes, I will definitely remap a current price action. But for now, at least, it is still not enough to me. So I would wait a bit more. Then Popson says, please, Mr. Vasily, why all-time high instrument difficult to trade since it's harder to predict a retracement? Good question. If you trade the instruments like gold, for example, the instrument that is regularly updates the all-time highs, it means that there are no historic structures, there are no historic resistances to rely on. And for the market participants, it becomes more and more complicated to predict what will be the next significant resistance. And for that reason, yes, with the absence of historic structures, there are very few tools that could help to spot potentially strong structures. For that reason, the market participants just don't know where to stop exactly. For that exact reason, yes, the tools, the indicators work so bad when the market updates the all-time highs and trades in the no man's land. Yeah. So let's check dollar yen pair, and there's here, by the way, it continues falling, but yeah, I saw a question about dollar yen pairs, so let's quickly cover that and let's discuss what is happening right here. The thing is that if we analyze a dollar yen pair in a daily time frame, we can spot a very bullish price action. There are multiple ways to confirm why a price action on dollar yen on a daily time frame is indeed bullish. First, we will examine mid-term perspective. From a mid-term perspective, we can see that the pair was consolidating for a very extended time period, and we can see that since August, the market was stuck within that wide horizontal range. That was the horizontal parallel channel where the market was stuck for more than a month. And of course, the fact that the market went up and violated the resistance of that range, the fact that we violated such a significant historic structure, suggests a clear change of the market sentiment. The market was ranging, the market was weak, and the fact that this consolidation is over, the fact that we updated the high, suggests that the sentiment changed and the sentiment became bullish. But we can also spot that from a short-term perspective, the market established a new bullish trend right here. With mapping recent significant price movements, we can spot a strong bullish impulse, a retracement with the formation of a higher low, and a new bullish impulse with the formation of a new higher high. So we can clearly confirm, easily confirm, that the trend on the dollar yen is now bullish. So mid-term and short-term analysis confirm the same thing. From a midterm perspective, we violated major horizontal resistance, and from a short-term perspective, we updated the high and set a new higher close. And now the question is that if the market is bullish, from where bullish rally will continue, from where where will be the level, the area where this correctional movement will complete. And to spot that, we will need to analyze the recent historic price action and spot significant, potentially significant supports. The first one is obviously right here. Yes, based on our previous high, you can see how nicely the market was respecting that structure as the resistance in the recent past. After a breakout, we may assume that it turned in a potentially strong support, and it is our first important zone. The next important zone will be based on our current higher low, yes, last higher low in this minor uptrend. It is our second strong support. After a test of one of the zones, we will look for a confirmation. We will need a confirmation. We will need a strong intraday bullish signal to confirm the strength of one of the structures and to confirm a completion of a current correctional movement. So let's open a 4-hour time frame as we did on a dollar CAD pair, and let's try to predict what will confirm a completion of this correction. Again, we map significant price movements and we spot, yes, a clear minor downtrend on the 4-hour time frame. Yes, you can see that we have a strong bearish impulse, retracement with the formation of a lower high, and another strong bearish impulse with the formation of a new lower low. So for us, a minor intraday downtrend is clearly confirmed. And in this downtrend, the market is now testing a lower boundary of our first daily support. What can be our signal here that this bearish trend is over? Again, we find our last lower high in this bearish trend. That is our last lower high, yes, in this bearish trend. And with the strong bullish movement and the breakout of the resistance based on the last lower high, the violation of this minor bearish trend will be confirmed. That will be a clear signal that will confirm a completion of a correction and the highly probable resumption of a bullish trend. So, as on a dollar CAD pair, that can be our perfect signal to buy. That can be our perfect confirmation to open a buy swing trade. Yes, then buying on a retest of that broken structure based on the last lower high. Let me map that for you. Yes, we can set our stop loss below the lows and where the market will go next. Where can be the next goal for the buyers in this current uptrend that we spotted on the daily? We analyze the historic price action and we spot our next significant historic resistance. On the daily time frame, we can easily spot an important historic structure that the market respected in July, from where the market dropped heavily, and that can be, yes, the next goal. So returning back to a 4-hour time frame, yes, that can be our plan. That can be our swing trading plan for buying dollar yen pair. This plan is based on an assumption that the sentiment on the daily time frame is bullish. Yes, we violated a midterm consolidation range. On a daily time frame, we established a minor bullish trend. On a daily time frame, we got a confirmed break of structure on a daily time frame, and we make a prediction that once a correctional movement completes on a 4-hour time frame, yes, the market will go up to the new highs, and the market will reach our next strong daily historic resistance. And here's the confirmation that we will look to confirm a start of a new bullish wave. Question from HGL. As it happens, I have a sell order at 150.75. 150.75 right here. You know, honestly, though, this resistance right here is very strong, and though I do agree that there will be a high chance to see pullback from that resistance, I think just selling or buying significant daily structures is very risky. I strongly recommend waiting for a confirmation signal before you open any trade from a significant daily structure. Yes, if you just blindly set a sell limit order on that structure, if you just sell from here, remember that you can easily be trapped by smart money. Remember that when the market tests significant supports, smart money usually manipulate the market, grabbing the liquidity of the retail traders before real movement begins. So look what happened with the test of that significant support right here. Before the market started a bullish wave from that, the price went way below that. It was a crazy liquidity grab right here before the market started to grow. And I can imagine how many buyers were stopped out right here before this movement started. And same thing can happen when the price reaches that blue resistance. The price may first trap the sellers and then drop. That is a very probable scenario that may happen. Like, for example, look at that resistance. It was a strong resistance. Yes, it was a very nice liquidity grab right here before the market dropped. So I suggest always waiting for confirmation before you open the trade. Let me know, traders, if everything is clear. Let me know what else to analyze for you. I see a question about dollar index. Yes, on dollar index, there is a strong, very strong structure that the market is testing now. On the dollar index, we have this major daily demand zone that the market is testing. The zone is very wide, and this zone is truly significant. But the main problem is that though we can make a prediction that dollar index will bounce from that zone, because that zone is very wide, we will need to monitor the reaction of the market to that on intraday timeframes and look for a valid and strong confirmation. If we analyze the 4-hour time frame, we can see that dollar index is now in the consolidation. On the 4-hour time frame, you can see that we are now stuck within that horizontal range. That is the current range where the index is now stuck. And similarly to the analysis that we executed on a dollar CAD, to the analysis that we executed on a dollar yen pair, the thing that will accurately confirm a completion of that consolidation and the start of a new bullish wave is a breakout of the resistance of that range. For now, the resistance of that range is a very strong intraday supply zone. That is the zone from where many times the price dropped already. We see a clear concentration of selling orders within that area. And our clear buying imbalance will be confirmed with the breakout of that supply zone. So when the market violates that, when we see a 4-hour candle close above that, then we can confirm that the index will go higher. So that is the main focus right here. Remember that our zone is very wide and we may easily see some trap like that right here before the market starts growing. So be ready to wait. Yes, and we have a lot of high impact news this week, so probably the index is now waits for some high impact US news to make a decision where to go next. But that is the exact plan that I'm going to follow. Now, there was a question regarding euro dollar. Let me quickly check that for you. And let's analyze it. Yes, on euro dollar pair, preparing for today's live stream, I wanted to show you a very important supply zone that the market is testing. I guess you noticed that once the market reached that high right here, the sentiment on the pair started to change, and we see some clear signs of the sellers already. The market even established a minor bearish trend on a daily already, forming a strong bearish impulse, retracing and dropping lower, updating the low and setting a new lower low lower close on a daily. Now we see that the market is steadily recovering. And what I wanted to show you is that last week euro dollar violated this major rising trend line. We got a significant rising trend line, a strong vertical support that the market violated. And the market also violated this horizontal support right here. So with this bearish candle, we got a double breakout, a breakout of a vertical support and a breakout of a horizontal support. Now we assume that two broken structures turn into significant resistances, and these two structures will compose an expanding supply area, the zone where with the high probability selling orders will concentrate. I think that it will be a strong zone, a strong supply area from where with the high probability euro dollar will drop lower. I think that this minor bearish trend that euro dollar established on a daily time frame will continue. I think that this zone is going to be respected, and from that zone the market will drop lower. So we will need to monitor how the price acts within that zone. We will need to monitor the intraday price action and look for a clear sign of strength of the bears. If we check what is happening on a 4-hour time frame now, we can see that for now the sentiment looks strongly bullish from a 4-hour time frame perspective. We can see that the market established a minor bullish trend and the price is going to test our current local high now. So it looks like from the intraday perspective, euro dollar may easily grow more. We can easily, yes, go to a trend line that we spotted on a daily time frame. So we will definitely need to wait before another bearish wave begins. From such a perspective, I suggest being focused on that intraday support cluster. It is a very strong intraday demand zone, and if after the news today euro dollar drops and violates that intraday support, that will confirm to me highly probable bearish continuation lower, highly probable bearish movement to lower structure levels. So that is the plan that you can rely on euro dollar. Yeah. Now, cheaters, give me yes, and I will check gold for you. I have some words to share regarding gold and the current situation on gold. Yes, and one more instrument that I wanted to cover on today's live stream. I wanted to discuss some liquidity grab trading with you, and I wanted to show you an example of a liquidity swap and how to confirm that and how to treat it using multiple time frame analysis. Yeah, so what I see on a pound CAD pair is that on a daily time frame, on a pound CAD pair, we have a significant historic supply zone. That is a very important historic structure. And you can see that over time, yes, the market keeps respecting that structure. It was a strong resistance, it was a strong support, strong resistance again. So for the market participants, it is a very important area. And you can see that yesterday we tested that zone. We got a test of that structure. And you can see that with the test of that structure, the price went beyond that. You can see that the price violated this zone with this wick and then quickly returned back below that. It looks like a clear example of a trap and of a liquidity grab. So let's examine what exactly happened with the test of that structure on intraday time frames, and let's try to understand whether it was a valid trap. If we open a 4-hour time frame and study the intraday price action, you can see that the market was rallying strongly. You can see that the price was going up sharply. The market was you can see that in this sequence of strong 4-hour bullish candles, we got only one bearish candle. It clearly shows how strong bullish pressure we got right here. Then we tested our daily resistance. Then we tested our daily liquidity zone, and we see how the market violated that. Yes, here we can see how easily the price went above that with this high momentum bullish candle. But then look what happened. After that, the price formed a very significant bearish candle. That is a very nice example of a bearish imbalance candle. It is a very nice example of a bearish engulfing candle. Candle that confirms a strong bearish pressure. Candle that confirms a strong selling behavior. The thing is that with this strong 4-hour candle, the body of that engulfed the entire range of a previous bullish candle. So that was the range of our previous bullish candle right here. And it was completely engulfed by the body of this strong bearish candle. That is such a price behavior can be used to confirm a liquidity grab, can be used to confirm a trap. And such a setup can be used to sell the pair, to confirm that smart money were grabbing the liquidity of the sellers right here. They trapped these sellers, they made them close their selling positions in a loss, and their real intention is to push the prices lower. So we can consider this strong bearish candle as a clear evidence of a coming bearish movement lower. So after a formation of such a candle, we can go short, we can sell the pair, we can set our stop loss above the highs of this trap, and we can expect a bearish continuation lower to the closest strong intraday liquidity zone. In our example, our next strong liquidity zone is right here, that structure. And we can make a prediction that with the high probability pound CAD will drop to that structure. We can make a prediction that soon the price will drop lower and that structure is going to be reached. So, by the way, do not forget that with the liquidity grab and this trap, not only the sellers were trapped and stopped out from selling that yellow resistance. With the violation of that structure, buyers started to buy. You can see that this 4-hour candle perfectly closed above our daily resistance. And for some buyers, it was a signal to buy already. It was a breakout confirmation for many of the buyers. And not only the sellers were trapped, but also some buyers were trapped as well. That is how smart money are manipulating the markets with the traps. And then we see the real intention to push the prices lower. And I think, yes, with the high probability, pound CAD is going to drop. And that is the setup that I spot right here. Let me check this if everything is clear regarding this trading setup. Yes, let me know if you understood the logic behind trapping. Yes, and why smart money do that. And yeah, and the next one that I will analyze for you is Euro-Yen pair. If I remember correctly, Euro-Yen is going to test, yes, Euro-Yen is going to test a significant daily support cluster right here. We have a strong zone here, and let me remember, if I remember correctly, I also spotted some significant trend line on Euro-Yen. Let me just remember where. We got this one, I think, but it looks already violated. Let me also try to draw it from here. Yeah, it looks like we are already cheating below that. Yes. So what is happening with Euro-Yen now? I think you would agree with me that the market looks very overbought and exhausted now. If you pay close attention to the numbers, you can see that this bearish movement, this bearish reaction, initiated after a test of a very important level. The thing is that the price reached 175 level. It is a very nice example of a psychological level, of a round number based level. And with the absence of significant historic structures, psychological levels come into play, and psychological levels provide very strong resistances from where, with the high probability, the markets drop. And on a Euro-Yen pair, we can see a very great example of such a psychological level, 175. So the market is now retracing from that, but the global trend, of course, still remains bullish. And I think the best strategy that we can do right here, we can spot significant daily support, significant demand zones from where we will look for trend following buying. So we will let the market continue retracing, we will let the market continue correcting, and we will focus our attention on the next significant supports. We have a lot of important supports on Euro-Yen from where we can look for trend following buying. These are 4 very important horizontal demand zones. And my plan will be to wait for the test of one of the zones, wait for confirmation after test of one of the zones, and buy following a global trend. So today sellers clearly show their dominance. Today we clearly see a strong bearish pressure, so let's let these sellers do their job and let's let them correct the market. Yes, and let's wait for the test of the significant supports. Selling the pair to me looks very risky, by the way. If we go short, we will go against a very strong bullish trend. So I guess the best strategy is to concentrate on trend following buying and wait for buying after a pullback. Puria says, sir, do you use fair value gap as liquidity zones? No. I don't like that, and honestly, that is one of the things that I totally don't buy in ICT. The idea is that fair value gap is by itself a liquidity zone. You know, I'm studying charts many hours day after day, and that is a very rare case when fair value gap becomes a liquidity zone. So be very careful with that. What about gaps, says Puria? Are gaps liquidity zones? To me, gap opening and gap closing levels are liquidity zones, but gap itself is not. Yes, I suggest focusing more on gap opening and gap closing levels. To me, these are very important levels. 40 says, I have entered a counter trend sell. When would you get out? So I think that we can reach 173.6. That can be the goal for the sellers for now. But, it's very hard to estimate what support will be respected. So if you are in a trade, if you are in a profit, use trailing stop loss. Just keep a good distance from spot prices to your trailing stop loss and keep it. Yes, there's a chance that your yen will correct heavily, like it happened right here, for example. The correctional movement that we saw on the euro-yen pair at the end of July was very significant, and the market may easily correct in a similar manner now. So use trailing stop and try to catch a big winner. It can easily happen. Yeah. Yusuf says, can you do a video on liquidity graph? Yes, I have a lot. Of videos on my YouTube channel. So you can search liquidity graph Vasily Trader or trap Vasily Trader. I recorded a bunch of videos on that subject. By the way, on my website, vasilytrader.com, I also wrote a lot of educational articles on that subject, so you can read. I guess these articles will be very useful because there are a lot of real trades, real examples, real setups that I personally treated, so I guess it will be very useful. Then what will be the next one? So no one wants me to check gold. That is one of the rare live streams when there are no questions regarding gold. That is very interesting. Yeah. So pound CAD I analyzed. Yvonne, I hope you agree with my idea. I saw a question about Aussie dollar pair. Let's check that out and discuss Aussie dollar. So Aussie dollar is now recovering steadily, yes, and my main focus on Aussie dollar pair is that resistance now. So that will be the first area from where I will look for a pullback trade. I suggest letting the market continue growing. Yes, we see a very strong bullish candle today already. It looks like such a sentiment will continue at least till the release of high impact US news today. So focus on that resistance. That will be a potential zone for a pullback trade. And of course, if I see a valid signal, if I see a valid strong confirmation after a test of that zone, I will definitely share with you a signal on my free Telegram channel. So do not forget to subscribe. You will find the link to that in the description to this live stream. So yes, looks like for now, the pair will continue rising. So get ready for a bullish continuation to 66 to 5 level. I think it is highly probable. Yes, and pound Swiss. Pound Swiss is testing major resistance, if I remember correctly. Yes, on the pound Swiss pair we have this major supply zone. We have quite a strong supply area right here that the price tested yesterday. Yes, we see some bearish reaction to that today. What do we see on the 4-hour time frame? On the 4-hour time frame, we see a double top pattern right here. Yes, we see a double top after a test of that resistance, and the market is now testing the neckline of the pattern. So I think that a bearish violation of the neckline of the pattern right here will provide a strong bearish signal, and the price will drop lower. Then I think, by the way, that we also have a nice bearish flag pattern right here. So we have global bearish trend. In this global bearish trend, we broke a significant support that turned into resistance after a breakout. We updated the low, set a new lower low, lower close right here, and we started the correction. We reached a recently broken structure and formed double top pattern. We formed bearish flag pattern correcting, so a bearish violation of that trend line and of the neckline of this double top can provide a strong trend following bearish signal. Yes, so I think pound Swiss pair has a nice potential to drop lower, and that can be our plan right here. Now let's check gold and let's see what is in current situation there. Oh, by the way, what a nice bearish candle. Wow. Yeah, when I was preparing for this live stream, the price formed this bearish imbalance candle on an hourly time frame, and yeah, while I was talking, you can see how strongly the market is pushing down. Very interesting. So let's start with the daily, and let me start with the structure analysis. The thing is that obviously the trend is strongly bullish. The market is rallying like crazy, and the market updated historic high one more time today. And in such a case, in such a strong uptrend, of course, the best strategy to follow is to stick to the trend, to follow the trend, and to be on the side of the trend. So buying gold is our top priority, and we will try to buy after a pullback. And the question is where a current pullback will complete, where will be a significant support, where a pullback from a current high will complete. And if we analyze the historic price action, the first strong structure is right here. That is our first significant zone. That is our first strong historic support that we should pay close attention to. A bit lower right here, we have another significant structure cluster. That is our second horizontal support. Then we have our third support right here. So you can see that we easily spotted 3 potentially significant supports from where we can look for trend following buying after a pullback. Then I also spotted a trend line right here. Let me just remember where was that? Yes, I guess here it goes. We have a trend line right here, a strong rising trend line that the price respected multiple times since the end of August And what is so important about that trend line is that from a current perspective, that trend line matches perfectly with our first support. And here we have a nice contracting demand zone. That can be a very significant support. That can be a very significant zone from where we can look for buying. So I think, traders, that the best strategy for us to follow today is to let gold continue correcting, let gold continue retracing, and waiting for the test of our first strong demand zone. Yes, the trend line and this horizontal structure. We will wait for the test of that zone, and then we will look for a trend following signal to buy. We will look for some bullish price action pattern. We will look for a bullish price action confirmation. Like, for example, if you follow my free Telegram channel, you should know that before the market opened on Monday, I shared this double bottom pattern, and before the market closed on Friday, its neckline was violated, and yes, on a retest of that, we see a strong bullish continuation, and I shared this bullish signal before the market opened, and this simple bullish price action pattern helped me to predict another bullish wave on gold. So I will be looking for a similar setup. Yes, I will look for a test of that demand zone, and from here I will look for buying. By the way, I know that many of the signal providers suggest selling gold, suggest going short, and traders, always remember that going against such a strong uptrend is always very risky, and the chance that you will be right in your predictions, the chance that you will make nice profit from selling such a strong bullish rally, chances are very low. So you can analyze gold, you can spot bearish patterns, you can make bearish predictions, but cheating them is way too risky. So it's better to use trend following trading strategies. I also see a question from Chicks about 15 minutes and 30 minutes time frames and all those. Yeah, I think, there's nothing that special. We see strong bearish pressure now. We see a continuation of a bearish movement. Yeah, so the plan is the same, whether it is the 15 minutes time frame, 5 minutes time frame, or an hourly time frame. Our main focus is that zone. So let's let the market continue retracing, and let's let the market reach that zone. One more thing that I wanted to cover analyzing a price action on gold is that our next potentially significant historic resistance will be based on psychological level, on the round number based level. The closest one now is 3,900 level. It is our next strong psychological level, and I think that is going to be the next goal for the buyers. I think that when gold completes the current pullback, that will be the next goal. The next strong resistance will be 3950. Yes, that will be our second strong. And of course, the most important psychological structure that is already very close to current prices is 4,000 level. It is an extreme level. It is a very important level. It is a very important round number based level. And yes, I think that it is a midterm goal for the buyers, and I think that with the high probability of this year, we will see the test of that level. The question is when, but this year, I think it will surely happen. By the way, so far, when the market started to trade in the no man's land, psychological levels worked extremely well, and the majority of the pullbacks that I predicted followed strictly from the round number B's levels. So I think that gold will continue trading in such manner. I think that the market will continue respecting these levels. So expect a bullish movement to 3,900 level after completion of a pullback. Yes, and then from this 3,900 we will expect another pullback. Puria says, please show us some of order blocks on gold. The order block, this one, our closest order block is right here, this one. Why? Because it is based on the last higher low in the current minor uptrend. If we map significant price movements, recent significant price movements, we can see that our last higher low is right here. So our bullish order block from this texture analysis perspective is going to be right here based on the last higher low. Sorry, not lower high, higher low. Yes, that is our bullish order block zone. And, in uptrend, there's one order block based on the last higher low, and in a downtrend, we have just one order block based on the last lower high. So here's the one that I see. Nair says, would you buy in batches from when it touches the green zone? Never buy in batches. Yes, by batches, I guess you mean that many signal providers provide the screenshots with a lot of orders spread within some entry zone, right? So I assume that some of the signal providers will share MT4 screenshots with buying orders spread like that. Yes, never do that. It's very bad habit. If you want to buy from a certain point, from a certain level, please one trade. Yes, placing multiple orders in such a way is a very bad habit. Scammers use that to mislead traders. That is the technique that scam signal providers use to fool its audience. But from the risk perspective, from the trade management perspective, it is a terrible technique, and I strongly recommend not using that in trading. It's very, 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 very bad. So let's see how gold continues retracing today. Wow, yeah, this one looks nice. To be honest, I'm very happy to see that the market is finally retracing. To be honest, I would be happy if we would have even an extended correction, because the current bullish rally is not good. You know, when gold is rallying in such a way, it suggests that there are big problems in the economy, in the global world order. So higher is the gold prices, worse is the situation in the world. It's like, well, it's like a rule. Nair says, where would you suggest to buy then in the green zone? Nair, what I was trying to explain during this entire live stream is that once we spot the zone, we do not place the orders within that zone blindly. Instead, we wait for the test of that zone, and then we start analyzing the reaction of the market to that. So before we open the trade, we will look for a strong confirmation signal. So we open the trade only after we see a signal. That is the main thing. We don't trade these zones blindly. We don't open the short trades on resistance without the confirmation. We don't place buy trades on supports without the confirmation. We spot the zones, we wait for the test of the zones, and then we look for a signal. It is a very important rule to follow, and Nair says, so do we go to lower time frame for confirmation? Yes, 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 yes. Jurabek, thank you. Thank you for your support. I truly appreciate. Yeah. And Nair, on my free Telegram channel, what I'm trying to do, I usually first send the signal that the market tests a significant zone, and then I provide the update that after the test of the zone, here's a confirmation that is spotted. So I am trying to show what exactly I'm looking for, so you can use similar strategy, similar approach by your own for predicting the movements. G Lang says, I agree, man. Seeing gold prices rally this high made me worry about the state of the things with the world economy. Yes, 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 yes. And, you know, every time when I read the news that, or when I see that gold updated the all-time high, I always start thinking that something is not good, and probably every time the situation even becomes worse. So I really want to see some extended correction. I really want to see some, at least a minor bearish trend on gold, just to feel that the things are becoming better. So that's the case, and I hope you agree with me regarding that. Yes, and just one more thing that I wanted to discuss on today's live stream is on AUDCAD trading, swing trading on a daily, because I know that there are some traders who don't want to use multiple time frame analysis, who want to concentrate on a single time frame analysis. And on AUDCAD, I just wanted to show. I wanted to show how to use just one time frame, how to use daily time frame for swing trading. And what I see right here is that on AUDCAD pair, first of all, we have a strong uptrend. We have a strong uptrend that the market established in April. From the beginning of April, the market started to rally. The market started to update higher highs and higher lows. And recently, the price updated the high, set a new higher high, higher close, and with that we violated a very important historic resistance. Yes, that was a very important historic structure that the price violated. We closed above that, we went even higher than that, and then the correctional movement started. Analyzing a historic price action, we can see that our next strong daily resistance is right here. And we can make a prediction that after completion of a correctional movement that we see right here, the market will go up and reach that resistance. We can make a prediction that that structure is the next goal for the buyers. So the only thing that we need is just to wait for a completion of a current correction. We need to confirm that, and then we can execute our trade. And if we zoom in the chart and watch how the price acts after a breakout of our major historic resistance, we can see that the market started to correct. You can see that the market started to trade within this expanding wedge pattern. And in this expanding wedge pattern, there are some important clues that I wanted to show you. Yes, we have a strong minor resistance right here, minor horizontal resistance, and we have a strong vertical structure. Yes, you can see that we have two important structures that nicely match: strong vertical resistance and strong horizontal resistance. The price is now breaking these two structures. With a strong bullish candle, the market is now trying to violate this vertical resistance, the trend line, and this horizontal resistance. If we manage to break and close above these two structures, it will confirm a completion of a correction. It will confirm that this correctional movement is over, and the market will rise to that resistance. And this setup is a very perfect foundation for a swing trade, for trend following swing trade. After we see a candle close above these two structures, we can consider this zone for buying. That can be a very nice zone for buying the market. And then depending on your desired reward to risk ratio, you pick the entry level within that zone. Your stop loss, safe stop loss, should strictly lie below the last low. Yes, so below that structure. And peak profit is going to be right here. And I knew that some traders want bigger reward to risk ratio, some traders are more aggressive, so you just play with a desired reward to risk ratio and pick the exact entry level for your trade. For me, 1.3 reward to risk ratio is more than enough, so I can go long from that level right here. That can be a very nice place for buying. So daily time frame can be used for swing trading. It can be used both for analysis, entries, confirmations for swing trading. The only problem is that if you swing trade on a daily time frame, you should remember that you will have quite big stop losses, because your stop losses will be based on daily structures. For example, in that setup, what is going to be a stop loss right here? It's going to be 67 pips stop loss. So it's quite a big stop loss. And of course, you will need to have a sufficient margin level to treat such a setup. On my YouTube channel, by the way, there's a playlist called Swing Trading, and there I share a lot of different ways to swing trade Forex. Yes, and in some of the videos I shared how to swing trade on a daily, what are the pros and cons of swing trading just on a daily time frame without confirmations on 4-hour, 1-hour time frames. And one of the main cons is, of course, big and extended stop losses. Yeah, so that will be the great moment to finish, traders. As always, remember that I do such live streams on daily basis in my trading academy. So if you want to see more live streams, if you want to see more live trading during my trading academy, and meet me every day on our private live streams. For more info, visit my website, VasilyTrader.com, and find there the Trading Academy page. I also have a VIP signals group where I send signals with entry, stop loss, and target. I have 2 books for you to learn my trading strategies. I have multiple time frame analysis book teaching you how to use multiple time frame analysis for trading. I have SMC book teaching you basic and advanced techniques in smart money concepts trading. I have a lot of free stuff for you on my website. You will find a lot of free educational articles on different subjects, on gold trading, risk management, trading psychology, price action trading, etc. So do not forget to visit that. Do not forget to subscribe to my social networks. I have free Telegram channel, Trading View page, Facebook group, Instagram, Twitter. You will find all the links in the description to this live stream. Thank you for joining. The recording of the live stream will be provided in a couple of minutes. I will also provide the time codes, so it will be easier for you to watch the recording of certain fragments. Thank you, and today I will also share some setups on my free Telegram channel. So stay tuned, and thank you for your participation, traders. I truly appreciate your presence, your questions, and your attendance.